Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder and Wrestling. And we got a Raw review for June 12th, 2023. And it's gonna be a very interesting show. There was a fun crowd. I'll give that. The crowd is into this. And crowd was into this show a lot, and it was really fun to watch. And we opened it up with Rhea Ripley's championship presentation. You know, Asuka got a new belt, so Rhea's got to get a new belt. And Rhea's new belt is just the world title with a white strap. Yet some reason, despite the fact it's so lazy, that is also extremely good looking, like on her. Like it just works on her. Part of me almost hates that it looks good on her because it's like couldn't come up with anything a little bit more creative, but yet it just works because it's Rhea Ripley, and I guess it just everything looks good. Oh, Rhea Ripley. Dominic, as Rhea said, Dominic that just runs into the ring to celebrate, which is me. He takes the championship, starts celebrating with it. Broke me in laughter there. Dominic is then booed when he tries to get a promo, because of course he is. He's Dominic Mysterio. He is booed for every time he tries to talk, which is amazing. And then, he then interrupted by the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Also, Rhea's new championship I forgot to mention was called the Women's World Championship. So Asuka has the WWE Women's Championship, and then Rhea has the Women's World Championship. Anyways, Cody interrupts. They replay what happened last week when Dominic slapped Cody in the face. And then Cody challenges Dominic to a match at Money in the Bank. And for some reason, Dominic and Rhea both seem to not understand how to accept the challenge. Like, Dominic just cuts a promo saying he isn't afraid of anyone and he could embarrass Cody Rhodes. And Cody just responds, like, it's a yes and no question, dog. Yeah, like, yes or no. And then Rhea responds saying that, like, Dom's more of a man than anyone in the arena. Cody's just, I'm trying to get an answer, and Rhea's just like, he accepts. And then Miz attacks him, but Cody fends him off. Then Dominic gets a cheap shot and runs away. So it's official. Cody Rhodes, after rivaling Brock Lesnar on 2 different pay-per-views, then has to face Dominic Mysterio now. It's a choice. It's a choice. That's all I'll say. We then go to our first matchup, which is the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes taking on The Miz. And the crowd's chanted tiny balls at the beginning of it. And all I can say is, why do you people keep making that chant a thing? Stop making that chant a thing. It doesn't need to be a thing. It never needs to be a thing. Leave that there. Leave that in its own little world. Just let that die, will you? It's been, what, over a year now that that's been a thing? Over it? Just let it go. Cody hits a disaster kick to Miz on the apron. And then Cody begins to target the Miz's knee. Miz gets in control on the outside, sending Cody into the steps, and he then sends him shoulder first into the steps. So first it's face first, then he sends him shoulder first. And, you know, Cody's got the broken arm that apparently he's cleared to work on with, which doesn't seem right, but okay. Cody gets back into the match with a side effect to the Miz. They don't call it that, but that's what it was. We get a disaster kick by Cody to Miz, but he kicks out. Miz gets back into it, hits a nasty DDT, but Cody kicks out. Cody then hits the Cody Cutter and the Crossroads to beat the Miz, like there was any doubt. Cody Rhodes gets the victory. Just getting him a win over the Miz, so he can face the real challenge, Dominic Mysterio. The real pay-per-view quality match up there. Dominic might win. Like, Dominic might win that match. That's what scares me. Dominic might win that. I don't want Dominic to win that. He doesn't need to win. But Brock Lesnar might help Dominic win. And that's terrifying to think. Dominic has a chance in that match, man. Becky Lynch then comes out. They say she has a match, but apparently she cuts a promo also. And she's talking about the briefcase. The person has power, and she likes power. And he who has all the power has the gold, or whatever the hell the like. Zoe Stark comes out, and Zoe Stark. Jesus, I don't know if it was just exposing. That woman doesn't know how to cut. That woman can't cut a promo well. Like, no, that promo wasn't good. Zoe's promo was not good there. I don't know what happened. She losing. Becky Lynch calls her. She has no personality. And then Zoe kind of just showed she didn't. Oh, it was not good. It was very, very creepy. Oh, I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Then Chelsea Green comes out and her and Zanya cut a promo. Becky Lynch says enough of the talk. They have a match. It's Chelsea Green versus Becky Lynch. Becky sends Green to the outside. Start of the match. Green is in control after the break. Becky gets back into it, hits a missile drop kick. Also, when Chelsea Green goes outside, Becky Lynch just consistently sends her into the freaking barricade, like, over and over and over again. Becky then ends up winning with the disarmer. Just getting a little momentum towards Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank is weird this year for both men and women, because I don't know who's winning. Like, men's... well, we'll talk about the men's after this, because there's still an open spot for the women that hasn't been decided yet. Like, they haven't said who's they haven't done a qualifying match or anything for the other one. So I don't know who the final woman's gonna be. But, like, going through everyone that's in it, like, Zoe might win it? Like, who's all in it? Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a second to look. I need to look who's all in the match. Okay, so... right now, looking at it, it's between Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, and Io Shirai. Those are the three I can see winning right now. Because Selena Vega is not... I don't think has a chance. Bayley doesn't need it. And then there's the missing person of who's in it. And I don't know who's that going to be. Maybe Bianca. I don't know. Either that or they're doing a triple threat. I'm not really sure. But yeah, not really much to go off of there, in all honesty. Like, women's-wise. Men one's more interesting, but we'll get to that when we talk about the match we're about to talk about. Because it is Matt Riddle versus Damien Priest on Money in the Bank qualifier, and this was a banger. This was a banger. Oh, I love this match. Riddle and Priest just are very good together. They've worked very well together. Priest is, like... not fully turning babyface, but he's a little tweener. Like, he's not fully heel, really, because he wants to do things on his own, and he, you know, wants to handle stuff on his own. He's a little bit annoyed at Finn Balor. It's very interesting what they're doing with Damien Priest here. The start of the match, you guys are just throwing shots. Riddle hits a nice kick to Priest. Priest gets in control, dropping Riddle in the apron, hits him with a massive flatliner, and then hits him with a massive backbreaker, but Riddle kicks out of all that. Riddle makes a comeback, hits a bridge and suplex, but Damien Priest kicks out of that. Riddle hits a high knee strike. Priest responds with a broken arrow. Later on, Riddle locks in the ankle lock. Doesn't, but that's not enough. Riddle then locks in a triangle as he's leaning against the ropes. Priest then gets control and hits a headlock driver, but Riddle kicks out. We get a fisherman suplex off the top rope by Riddle, which looks sick. But Priest kicks out of that. Priest hands hit the Razor's Edge out of nowhere to win and qualify. So we have, I need to go back now to that. look at that, tell you everyone in there. Okay. So for everyone in Money in the Bank, we have Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight, yeah, Santos Escobar, Butch, and Damien Priest. So those are the 6 we got here. Right now, by those men, it's between LA Knight and Damien Priest. Those are the only 2 I could likely see winning. Like, there's no one else who I look at and go, oh, they can win. Like Ricochet's not winning, Nakamura's not winning, Santos isn't, Butch isn't. Afterwards, Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser come out, and they attack Riddle, just sending a message. So it looks like for Money in the Bank, we're getting Riddle versus Gunther, which, like, I don't like Riddle that much, but like, yes, please, for that match. That match would be amazing as long as Gunther wins. Gunther must break Honky Tonk Man's record. So as long as Gunther wins, we get a replay at the end for the end of SmackDown, or the whole thing going on. Jey Uso. If you want to hear me talk about that, go watch my SmackDown review on this very channel. And then on to our next matchup, which is Ricochet taking on Bronson Reed. Now, I'm going to be straight honest here. I did not watch this match. I was waiting to get takeout food, and I kind of missed some of it because the guy showed up late. So, I apologize for that, but I missed some of this match. Ricochet hits a nice Izaguri and does a dive on the Reed, is what I saw. Bronson Reed then hurls Ricochet into Nakamura, who was sitting at ringside, apparently showed up. And then Shinsuke runs into the ring and calls a DQ, so Bronson Reed wins. And Shinsuke and Ricochet have a, like, work together, but also have a stare down. And, later on, it's, said that, that Shinsuke next week is going to take on Bronson Reed. But Ricochet says, listen, if you keep getting involved in my business, me and you are going to have a problem. Like, and I'm like, if you want to do that match, I don't think they'll do it for, like, a pay-per-view, but if you want to do that for SummerSlam, I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Ricochet, I'd watch. That'd be fun. But also, like, the way they're going, like, is Bronson going to be added to Money in the Bank? Because that would be way more fun. Give me that, please. Tsunami off the top of a ladder? Hell yeah. We then have a Finn Balor promo. He comes up for a promo, and I feel so bad for this poor bastard. Finn's whole promo thing went downhill. So he calls out Seth, and he shows up. The crowd is singing his song. Then the problem becomes that the crowd won't stop singing Seth's song. Like, I mean, won't stop. Like, Finn can't get a word in because they won't stop singing. Seth's trying to keep a straight face because it's supposed to be a serious promo. But he can't do it. He keeps laughing, like, smiling and laughing because it's just... They won't stop, and it actually, you can see it throw Finn off guard. He doesn't know what to do. He does not know what to do here. And it truly does mess him up. But yeah, Finn said, you took everything from me at SummerSlam 2016. We keep saying 7 years ago, well, we know the date. SummerSlam 2016. When you injured me, you cost me my championship and a year of my career. Seth said, at that date, we both went, our careers were 2 separate trajectories, where one of us, saying the Finn, got bitter, and then points to himself and says, one of us got better. And I was like, I love that line, actually. That is a great line. Finn challenges Seth for the World Championship on Money in the Bank, and Seth accepts. And he says, Finn, are you going to bring the one that beat the Finn Balor that beat me 7 years ago, or are you going to be the one that's being a little bitch? And then walks away. Very bizarre ending one, but alright. Then we have the next matchup, which is Raquel Rodriguez versus Shayna Baszler. Oh, wait, before that, there was I think it was before the Finn thing or after one. Imperium confronts Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and Kevin loses his mind again and just makes their tag match into a tag title match. Don't know why he did that, but he chose to do that. Kevin just lost it. Our next matchup is Raquel Rodriguez versus one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the good one of the tag team, Shayna Baszler. Raquel hits 2 fallaway slams, but Shayna's able to cut Raquel off, kicking her leg, works over her leg. Not. Raquel gets back into it with a nice clothesline. She hits the twist and senton. She goes for the cola bomb, but fucking Ronda Rousey, the distraction. Shayna gets the roll up and wins. And I don't care about Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey as a team. I don't care about their unification tag title match in 2 weeks on SmackDown, because I know they're winning, so it doesn't matter. It's very bad. It's just very. I just don't care. Then we have our next matchup, which is Eric from the Viking Raiders taking on a Chad Gable. Thank you. And the crowd is into some Gable. The crowd love Chad Gable. I don't know if that's his hometown or whatever, but the crowd love him. There's not much to the match for Valhalla runs at Maxine Dupree, and she connects with an arm. She hits an arm drag on her. The crowd, and they're all disbelief. Valhalla's in disbelief. Gable's able to take advantage and win the roll-up. And I love this, because like Otis is celebrating with Maxine about what she did. And Gable was like, I did it! I'm the best! Thank you! I taught you everything you know. I love Gable so damn much. Oh, Gable's amazing. We get a cool video package for Rhea Ripley. Makes her seem like a legitimate threat. Very good job done for that. And then we have the main event, which is Ludwig Kaiser and the Intercontinental Champion Gunther taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. Gunther gets control of Sami quickly, because of course he's Gunther. Owens is able to get control and hits a senton to the back of Ludwig Kaiser. Owens then hits a moonsault to Kaiser. Gunther and Sami are back in, and Gunther stops Sami with a big boot, knocks over, hits a big boot to Owens off the apron too. Imperium then begin to work over Sami. Come back from a break to Sami hitting a sunset flip powerbomb onto Kaiser. We got double tags to Owens and Gunther. Owens has a swanton on Gunther, but he kicks out. Sami hits the exploder into the corner. Kaiser hits a Death Valley driver, but then Gunther tags in and hits a massive lariat. Sami kicks out of that. Gunther then just gets him up and hits a second lariat, and Sami kicks out of that. Then he tags Ludwig in to finish the job, but as them and Owens are fighting on the out on the outside, Matt Riddle shows back up and for a distraction, and Gunther responds by booting him straight in the face. Kevin Owens then takes advantage of the DDT onto Gunther on the ramp. Sami then hits a blue thunder bomb to Ludwig Kaiser to get the 3 and wins. When the hell was the last time? Can anyone answer me this? When was the last time Sami Zayn won any match with the blue thunder bomb? If you know the answer to that, please let me know, because I am actually genuinely curious when the last time Sami Zayn won a match with a blue thunder bomb was. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we end Raw. Also, no, we end Raw with one other thing. Let us know that Logan Paul returns next week to Raw. So I'm good. My friend and I think he's going to be added to Money in the Bank, which would be very good, because while I love Damien Priest and LA Knight, they need a star on that match, and they don't got one. But yeah, Logan Paul returns next week. But ladies and gentlemen, that's next week. This Raw ended here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.